Hi, I'm Lee Harris. I'm an energy intuitive, and every month I take the pulse of what's going on energetically, emotionally, psychologically. And this month the big themes are momentum, clarity, and release. Stay tuned for more details. Hi everybody, it's just after sunrise here in Malibu, and I wanted to capture the early morning energy because in so many ways the energy of March 2019 is like the sunrise for the year of 2019. What I mean about that is it's going to bring a lot of light, a lot of illumination, and some heat. So the big three themes that came to me for March that will be moving through us are momentum, clarity, and release. March is going to be the first big whoosh of speed and energy that we have seen in this year of 2019. So that's going to bring with it a few different things. For those of you who have been cooking things, building things in your life, putting the pieces together, bringing the form into place, this is going to be a month where you really start to see things heat up, light up, and brighten up. So there will be a lot of magic, a lot of flow, and a lot of forward momentum around plans that you've perhaps felt very intuitively to sit back on for a while. For some of you, you'll have felt this since last October. So this last kind of 5-6 month period for many people has been a time of review, a time of clear out, a time of some sudden surprises. Well, in March, momentum is going to be mostly in the positive for most people, meaning a lot of forward momentum around things that you are either building already and wanting to create in your life, or things that will be very positive for you, things that will come in perhaps as a surprise and will lighten up and brighten up your current version of reality. But equally, there can be a shadow side with momentum, and it can raise to the surface all the areas that you feel stuck, unclear, confused. So for a smaller percentage of us this month, there is going to be a shadow side, a questioning of, have I done the right thing? Why did I do what I've done? Is this really the path for me? I don't know where to go. So there's an echo of that in about 20% of the group that I'm recording this for. So don't worry, March and the momentum of March is going to continue to propel you forward, even if it takes until April for you to be really clear about where you're going next. But why I bring this up to you guys is momentum is deeply uncomfortable when we aren't sure where we're going and what we're doing. It's really uncomfortable. It can bring up all kinds of stuff in your body. It can bring up sadness, emotion. And this is part of the journey here. You know, we're here to move, we're here to release, and release is one of the aspects of the energy of March. So for those of you who aren't feeling positive momentum or aren't really sure what you're doing or where you're going, release will be what you will lean into. So as ever, when we're releasing stuff, when we're going through big, powerful times, difficult times, you have to self-support. You have to treat yourself the way that you would treat a patient in hospital. You'd go, oh, John's broken his leg, so we're gonna give him a bit more space this month. Now, the thing about when you're moving through emotional or energetic aspects is they're not visible to other people, so you have to take care of that yourself. You have to build in time for yourself because you're going through a lot, or moments of peace so that you can survive riding the waves of what you're going through. So that's momentum. Clarity, now this was a big one. Many of you have gone through this kind of 6-month arc since last October, and I feel the frustration for some. I can sense that that's been going on for quite a few of you. Clarity is coming big time in March. So for those of you who recognize what I just said about uncomfortable, and you're like, yeah, Lee, but I've been uncomfortable for months. This is the month where things break and burst and pop open so that you go, now I see why this has been going on for me. Now I get where I'm going to go next, what I'm going to do next. So clarity is going to be quite blinding in March, and that can mean everything from what I would call human perspective clarity. So the parts of us that go, oh, now I understand why that thing happened with my friend, and I see what it did for both of us, but now I have clarity and I have some release from any of the discomfort that came up through that. But equally, it can mean psychic and intuitive clarity. So this is going to be a very good month for visioning. For those of you who aren't really feeling you're on your path right now and there is a flow and a momentum, the month is going to be a little bit stop-start around human action. It's going to go up and down. Some people are going to really have just a gliding month where so much can fall into place, but others are going to be a little stop-start because this clarity still hasn't arrived. When we have clarity about things, it's the whole being that has clarity. We often think of clarity as a mental energy, but it really isn't. Clarity leads to openness, it leads to surrender, it leads to peace. It's like, oh, I'm clear that what's happening now is just what's meant to be happening. My mind might want to tell me a different story, but actually I have the clarity that this is exactly where I'm meant to be and what is happening. And that is a really high state that we can reach, live in, stay in, but we often get moments of it. Until we get to that place where we live and stay in that state, we can get moments of it, periods of it, chapters of it. So just bear in mind that clarity really is our friend, but it can be quite an intense process when it's happening. For many of you, there's going to be a feeling this month of, oh my God, my eyes are just opening really wide, and I'm not sure I like that. I'm sure many of you can relate, those times in life where you often go, damn, this was easier before awakening. I don't believe that is true, but I think that can often be the feeling, because when we have that clarity, that emotional release, it can sometimes be a little uncomfortable in the body until we get through it and move through it. So that's clarity. Last but not least, release. When we have momentum, when we have clarity, we often have release. This is part of the journey, and usually to get momentum and clarity, there is some kind of release that happens. So it might be the release of a thing or a place or a person or a desire or a dream that you had, but often it is just energy, emotion. As we're changing so fast as a world, I have some little doggy friends who, hi! So, some very cute little dogs have all come around. Hello, hello. Sorry guys. Yes, release. We're talking about release. I wish you could see him. He's very cute. So, hi. It's okay. It's okay.
We're moving forward. Come on.
So, doggy friends have gone. Release. The dog was releasing a good bark there. So one of the things about release is it's really just change. Release means change, evolution, growth. We are shedding parts of us that we're no longer aligned with, parts of our lives that are no longer true for us, so we change. And this is really important to understand. One of the things that my guides have said for years, and I've really seen the truth of this, is we are all so affected by one another in a way that we have no real comprehension of. So even people who you might think are supremely narcissistic, self-centered, egocentric, even they are deeply affected by everyone around them, either because their needs aren't being met or what they want is being held up. So everybody on the planet in a human body is being deeply affected by everybody else. And so release is a collective thing too. And for the sensitive and empathic among you, I highly recommend that you really lean into the core of who am I, what do I need, what do I want on a weekly basis, because sensitive, empathic people can tend to get lost in the wants, needs, desires of others and forget themselves. Very important for this part of the soul journey, because empaths and sensitives have great gifts to bring into their life, the lives of others, and experience. But if you get waylaid into all the needs and desires and wants of others, then you don't get to have your own life experience. And that is going to be something that's going to be releasing for a lot of people. Any of you who just had an emotional response when I said that, you are right in the release of responsibility to others before responsibility to self. They have to go hand in hand. You have to be responsible for yourself, and then you will be responsible for others. So, I hope all of that brings some light or clarity or momentum or release to your March 2019, and thanks so much everyone for tuning in. I am thrilled to announce that this is the month that my book, Energy Speaks, is going to be released. We have worked on this for 2 years, but it contains channels from the last 12 years on topics such as sex and sexual energy, money and abundance, relationships, the art of receiving. It's 15 different chapters on a wide array of subjects, and the subtitle of the book appropriately is Messages from Spirit on Living, Loving and Awakening. It comes out March 26th. The publisher is the wonderful New World Library, and to celebrate we are giving away some prizes to people who pre-order. The top prize is a free one-on-one session with me. So imagine an energy update designed specifically for you, and then I'll answer as many of your questions as I can. So to check all of that out and to pre-order the book, you can go to energyspeaksbook.com. That's energyspeaksbook.com, and we'll put it up on the bottom of the screen here. And the other big release that we have this month, which really fits perfectly with the book, is an audio recording called How to Channel and Why. It's really designed to get you into the space of channeling your own higher guidance, your own higher self, your own connection to wisdom. And last but not least, the portal is my members club. Everyone in the portal will get How to Channel and Why free as part of their membership, but equally this month, if you do choose to get How to Channel and Why from my store, you will actually get the portal membership equivalent for free. So check that out when you get to the MP3 page and see if that resonates for you. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Lots of love, have a great month, and see you in April. How to Channel and Why is a 2-hour audio guide helping you go deeper with your own guidance, your own higher self, your own guides, but most importantly, accessing the wisdom voice in you that we all have. 20 years ago, I first heard the voice of my guides, and one of the biggest things that I really doubted about it was I thought it was supposed to be some big mystical experience. I'm right now on the beach in Malibu, so I thought, well, maybe I should be on the beach in Malibu meditating, having some cosmic download. It really wasn't like that for me. I was on a train in England where I lived at the time. And so one of the reasons that I love helping other people access the voice of their guides, source, a higher power, whatever you determine it to be, is I have seen time and time again teaching this in workshops all over the world that we can do this, and it's really a very simple process. But what gets in the way is our beliefs and misbeliefs about what it is, and sometimes we can give our power away to channeling too. I'm a big believer that channeling is best used as part of a balanced diet of life. Living life, using other modalities, but channeling for me was a key to my personal transformation. What I've done with this course is broken it out into MP3 sections so that you can perhaps go back and revisit a section that really resonated at a certain time, and also answered some of the difficult questions that come up when we're embarking on this kind of practice. So How to Channel and Why is an audio guide supported with sound and music from Devor Bozique, designed to help you access the higher wisdom that is available to you. I hope you enjoy it, and check it out at the page below.